I am doing the elementals. What you need to know right now, whatever it is, may change everything. We're going to start right away with the water signs, move to fire, air, and earth. We are clarifying. So let's see what we need to know. All right. Be too much. Anyway. All right. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Overall energy for this reading is number 19, rest and rejuvenation. It feels more like needing to quiet your mind, go within, meditate, take a break from whatever you've been overthinking and overanalyzing. It's pertaining to 29 in the reverse, imprisonment. And the fact that it's in reverse is in essence because once you go within, detach from whatever energy, people, places, situations to kind of tune into your higher source, your clarity, you're gonna receive the clarity that you need. We have the 5 of coins. There is this energy for some of you pertaining to being left out in the cold, lack. You could be lacking self-confidence, appreciation, and or finances. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, fastest moving knight in the deck. There is communication or clarity that will be coming in quickly, kind of like lightning, pertaining to a Queen of Coins. Could be an actual earth sign. Specifically, it's Capricorn, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it also could just pertain to financial stability, security. There's some kind of insight or clarity coming through with that. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 25, deceit. And it's pertaining to number 31, bad health. So there's some deception, but I feel like the deception in itself is what's possibly causing the bad health. We have a Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a few things. It feels like there's a need for you to follow your heart, listen to your heart. It also is psychic abilities, intuition, things of that nature, heightened, which we just had the Scorpio full moon on the 12th. So definitely I feel like you could have heightened abilities at this time. Then we have the 8 of Cups, which to me is emotional detachment. So there is an emotional attachment, a following of the heart. The deception could be your own self-deception that's creating some kind of bad health. But if it is your own self-deception, it's your thoughts. But as far as the rest, rejuvenation, healing, meditation, you're clearing that away. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Then we have the Emperor, Aries energy. I feel like there's an emotional detachment in order to embody that Emperor energy, specifically Aries, but this is to me taking a leadership role in your own life. Really taking a leadership role. For some of you, you could be becoming your own boss as well. We have timing oracle is number 30, patience. It's not time yet. So it's something that you're looking for or attempting to achieve. What is this 5 of coins for the water signs? Feeling lacking. Interesting. The 5 of coins is pertaining to a union, a family situation with the 10 of cups, and the 5 of swords in the reverse. The 5 of swords in the reverse is good, actually, because it's saying that there's no longer fighting, arguing. Well, I heard disinformation. That's interesting. And the 4 of wands is a union, but it also talks about your templed path. I feel like when there's some kind of a family situation, be it whatever you want to consider a family situation. It doesn't have to be marriage. It can be parents. It can be whatever. I feel like there's something that there was conflict and or lack, financial instability that could have led to conflict. I feel like you're coming out of that. I feel like you've been putting forth the work, energy, and effort towards the Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a brand new emotional beginning with the Star card, which to me is having faith in the future. I also feel like you do have heightened gifts at this time. What is the Knight of Swords? One more. There we go. So the Knight of Swords is being clarified by the Two of Wands in the reverse, which for me, the Two of Wands in the reverse is a lack of action, movement forward, faith in the future, and completion of cycles. With the Judgment card, Scorpio energy, that's surrendering and moving in a new direction with the Three of Wands, and that's the waiting. Hence the timing card, patience, it's not time yet. There is a need to drop some burdens, release old cycles in order to begin the new cycle, the Fool, Aries, Aquarius energy. And interesting, actually, I'm going to pull that as well. In order to have that new beginning with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, again, the Queen of Pentacles could be somebody you're dealing with, but it also could just be you wanting to embody the more grounded, stable, financially secure in the 3D energy. Who or what is this Queen of Coins? Interesting. Queen of Coins is being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the King of Swords, specifically Gemini energy, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and the Hierophant, Taurus energy. I feel like this person is definitely, if it is a person, because again, it could just be you embodying the energy, but as a person, this is something where the person could, frankly, be somewhat of a wordsmith, somebody who's very black and white, somebody who has focus, but sometimes overthinks and overanalyzes. With the Hierophant energy, this is a form of a higher level of commitment, but I also feel like there's a need for you to have a higher level of commitment toward your spiritual side, as should they, but you have no control over other people, places, and situations. As a person, this is a soulmate connection with this Earth energy. Earth energy also could, again, be some kind of air energy as well. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. There's something that somebody's holding on to, and it's thoughts, some kind of communication stuff. It feels very crass. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Very black and white, very, it either is or it isn't. There's no in between. Very logical, which when you're, water signs don't tend to be logical at all. They tend to be far more intuitive, and things aren't black and white, and it's very different energy. I feel like something had transpired in this situation with this person, which again feels it could have caused some kind of maybe even health issues, financial arguments, chaos, drama. In the underlying energy, who or what is this Knight of Cups that we are emotionally detaching from? We have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Beautiful. So again, we have deceit pertaining to bad health. There's deception around bad health. Now, again, I feel like it could be your own self-deception leading to some form of bad health. Could also be somebody that you're dealing with. The Eight of Swords is that prison, self-imposed prison, overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety. And it's pertaining to, again, we're talking about this Knight of Cups, but I feel like that's you energetically following your heart towards the Eight of Cups, which in essence is emotionally detaching from this deception, this health issues, and the self-imposed prison. And you're detaching to get to your Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it's also emotional sovereignty, With the Six of Swords, it's allowing you to move into, it's a rite of passage. It's allowing you to move into calmer mental and emotional waters after turbulence or turmoil. With the Knight of Pentacles, it is a slow moving process, and or it has been a slow moving process. What is this Eight of Cups? Nice. One more. Eight of Cups is being clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Well, you're not only going towards emotional sovereignty, but with the Nine of Pentacles, that's another wish fulfillment. And it's being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, financial abundance. With the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, you're manifesting that Queen of Pentacles. Again, could be an earth energy, but I also feel like it's your embodiment as a water sign. It's nice to be grounded, stable, secure, feeling grounded, stable, and secure. What is the Emperor? Okay, nice. So that Emperor energy is being clarified by the Devil in the reverse, Capricorn energy, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Water signs, that is you. I feel like you're taking a leadership role in your own life. You're looking at that Devil energy, your shadow side that was causing not only health issues, conflict, chaos, maybe even feelings of abandonment, lacking in self-confidence, and you're taking your power back. You're seeing it for what it is, which is chironic wounding, the programming. And you're taking a leadership role in your own life with, again, that Emperor energy, taking control, taking charge. With the Hierophant, Taurus energy, having a higher level of commitment towards the Hermit, which the Hermit, beautiful energy, especially if you're an empath, it's all about going within to understand your energy versus other people's energy, figure out what you're truly passionate about, having faith in the future and moving in that direction. So as far as everything that's transpiring, I feel like it's happening in divine timing. I do feel like there's a few things that you need to release and let go of, or surrender to, if you will, and move in a new direction. That being said, water signs, that is what I have for you. I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and I will move on to the fire signs. Just a friendly reminder, I don't read the chat when I'm in the middle of doing the cards, so don't think that I'm ignoring you. I just wait until I shuffle. Okay. Hi, Shruti. I do personal readings. You can find a link in the description box. I do also answer questions, but it is, I just lost my train of thought. Super chats, and it's a $5 minimum per question, and it doesn't get answered until I'm done with the general reading. Hello, Hans. Dagestan. I don't even know where that's at. Hello, Rizamati. So I've already done water signs. I'm going to move into fire after I am done shuffling. Thank you all for joining me. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for hitting the like button. I am giving general readings. I'm currently shuffling. I just did the water signs. I'm about to move into the fire signs, and then I will be doing air signs and then earth signs. And then timestamps will be in the comment section after I have ended the live. If you are interested in a question, it is a $5 minimum for the super chat. If you're interested in a full personal reading, you can contact me. The information for contact is in the description box below. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. All right. One more shuffle, and we will move on to the fire signs. Oh. Guess I should write the timestamps. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. what you need to know right now. Hidden secrets, all sorts of stuff. What is it? This may change everything. Interesting. Oh, that's nice. That's a good number, especially because I was born on 3/3. One more, please. This is for the fire signs. I guess we're taking 2 more. Okay. Fire signs. Overall energy, number 37, third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. And it's pertaining to 37, poverty. You could be seeing 37 a lot, or 3377. This is emotions of desire and your life force energy. And you're feeling, well, it's pertaining to poverty. So it feels like you're feeling lacking or less than. Poverty mindset, poverty energy is going to beget more poverty. We have a King of Coins. This is specifically Virgo energy, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing with an earth sign or somebody who embodies that. This is somebody who is very grounded, stable. I heard they like animals. So this is an energy of somebody who likes the finer things in life. They most likely have quite a bit of spending money, most likely own a home, possibly a business. The moon in the reverse, Pisces energy. The 5 of coins that just fell on the ground. And the realm, Capricorn, Capricorn, Aquarius energy. I feel as though pertaining to this King of Coins, with the moon in the reverse, I don't feel like you're following your intuition. I also feel like there's an avoidance pertaining to fear. With the 5 of coins, it feels, again, that poverty energy, like you're lacking in self-confidence. There could be, so the 5 of coins is financial difficulty, but there's always an underlying, and it's an energetic underlying, which is the actual root cause of the financial constraints. Anything in the 3D is just a byproduct of our energy. So the 5 of coins to me is saying that there's a lack in self-confidence. There's a poverty mindset, feeling less than, feeling of not being good enough, lacking self-confidence. I love the realm. Why? Because the realm is the world card. You're ending this old cycle. I heard not soon enough. That is an ending of a cycle. So when we end a cycle, it's lessons learned. It's a time for celebration. And then we get the Fool card. We move into a new cycle. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, we have number 4, happy family, pertaining to number 22, official person. You could be the official person in your family, and or this honestly feels like a change of heart is what it feels like. Now, this could be your current family, like your kids, your husband, your wife, your whatever. But I feel like this is deeper than that. I feel like this pertains to your actual like parents growing up. And there's some kind of a shift, a change of heart pertaining to that cycle, if you will, because that in itself is a cycle. We have a Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, the fastest moving knight in the deck, I feel like is bringing clarity, truth, and epiphanies pertaining to the 3 of Swords. There's some, so the 3 of Swords, it's not just heartbreak. It is thoughts that trigger emotions. And we don't always have the right thoughts, if that makes sense. So our perception can shift, completely shift an experience we had just by perceiving it completely different. With the 3 of Swords, what was heartbreaking or triggering emotions was your perception. With the 6 of Swords, this is your rite of passage. I heard it's overdue. It's moving into emotional and mental calmer waters after possibly years, if we're talking about childhood growing up, years of turmoil. And it feels like that's probably the root cause, and the lack of the moon. Not only is it needing to move through your fear and intuition, but it's also the deep depths of self, hidden secrets. And we just had Scorpio full moon in on the 12th, which is all Scorpio is all about digging deep into those deep crevices, the hidden secrets that we don't even remember because we don't want to remember. The cycle's coming to an end, so that's beautiful, or it's the beginning of the end of this cycle, if you will. Who or what is this King of Coins? Honestly, the King of Coins could be a father figure. I heard yep. Yep. There's something. Here we go. King of Coins is being clarified by the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So I feel like you're getting a new perspective pertaining to this specific person. I feel as though there was a form of rejection, maybe on both parts, but the rejection of love, of a feeling of worthiness and being wanted. What is the moon? Okay. The moon in the reverse. It's a lack of balance, lack of financial abundance as well, because you're out of balance, because you're avoiding things that need to come up to the surface to be cleared. The Seven of Wands, which is defensive energy. And you see, there's defensive, like, I don't want to deal with any of these things. I don't want to, you know, in order for us to move through any situation, we have to allow it to come up. We can't bottle it down, because that will contribute to health issues, financial issues, all sorts of issues. With the Seven of Cups, there was some kind of illusion or delusion pertaining to whatever it is that you're trying to cover up or mask. Again, I just want to let everybody know I'm not ignoring the chat. I just wait until I shuffle to read it. So hold tight. What is this Five of Coins? I feel like we just explained the Five of Coins, but I also feel like I have a hair poking me in the eyeball. So the Five of Coins is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune is karma, right? So everybody seems to misunderstand karma. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Pisces, Sagittarius energy. Karma is literally second by second thoughts and emotions that you're putting out there. The vibration that you're holding is going to come back to you. So karma is really up to you. You want good karma, be good. You want not good karma, be not good in your thoughts, in your actions, in your, all of it. It's all karma. And it's constant. Every second of every day that we are thinking or feeling or vibrating, which is while we're alive in this 3D constantly. So this is talking about karma. With the Knight of Wands, we've got passion and desire. Now, I feel like this is a twofold message. We have the Five of Wands. This is drama and chaos. So I feel like for a lot of fire signs, you've had a lot of drama and chaos. And I feel as though the second part of the message is that you are passionately moving away from that drama chaos, which you've been creating in your life, and wanting to move towards new karma, something different, something that puts you back in your power, male, female, not gender specific. What is the realm? Again, I already can tell you the realm is the ending of an old cycle, the beginning of a new. I don't know why I put that one there. Nice. King of Cups, Pisces energy specifically, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Eight of Swords and the Tower. So what are we ending? There's some kind of emotional, could be a water sign, but I feel like this is pertaining to your own emotions, your own love language, your spiritual language, your vibration, that you've had this self-imposed prison, fear, stress, anxiety, lies, doubts. The Tower card Aries, Scorpio energy. It's all coming down. It's life-changing. With the Two of Wands, this tells me that this is the minor arcana of the World card. Tells me you're turning your back on the old and moving forward with faith in the future. All right, let's get to the underlying, and then I will read the chat. Again, I appreciate you guys for being patient. I don't read the chat while I am doing the cards. I read them when I am shuffling. What is this Knight of Swords? Thank you all for hitting that like button. I truly appreciate you subscribing. Okay. The Knight of Swords, you're getting an epiphany, clarity, and truth when it comes to the devil, your shadow energy, Capricorn specifically. This is, everybody has shadow, so there's no shade. We all have that tendency here, there, or another. Some overindulge in booze and alcohol, and, well, I think that's the same thing, and drugs. Some people, it's overeating. Some people, it's just being mean and angry and ugly. Some people, it's talking crap about other people, jealousy. It is literally ego, right? It's the 3D. So I feel like you're gaining clarity. With the Four of Swords, that's rest, rejuvenation, meditation, receiving higher guidance and downloads pertaining to the Two of Swords, which to me is you literally at some point being unwilling or unable to make a choice or a decision to move out of this energy, kind of like hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. But I feel like with the World on the bottom, again, that's the ending of a cycle. You're done. Awareness is half of the journey. Literally becoming aware. Yeah, the Sun card. This is clarifying the Three of Swords. So the Sun, Leo energy. There's going to definitely be illumination on what the Three of Swords is for you. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. That to me talks about you're having a lack of strategy in shifting and changing your life. With the Ace of Swords, that's a new way of thinking, believing. No more lies, no more self-deception, no more overthinking, overanalyzing, and dealing with fear. Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini on that. Clarity, truth coming in for you. What is the Six of Swords? Six of Swords is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, putting forth the work, energy, and effort with the Emperor. I feel like that's taking a leadership role in your own life, bossing up. With the Page of Swords, again, that is speaking clarity, truth, and a new way of thinking. Number 13, next summer is your timing. So from here, I feel like the full moon really affected you in this shift. And it's a process. Like, it's not necessarily overnight, and it's going to be different for everybody, but I feel like you're going to definitely have a handle on things by next summer. So hold strong, keep the faith in the future. Things are moving forward for you, fire signs. Okay, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and then I will move into the air signs. It did start at 12, but I jumped on here early. So I'm going to say this for everybody who's asking questions in the chat. I do super chats. It's $5 per question. The questions get answered at the very end. I still have 2 more elements to go through. And timestamps are always left if you cannot hang around. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me. That's in the or Facebook message me. That's in the description box below. Let's see. I have no idea what that person was saying, nor do I really care. Hello, Nero. Thank you guys for hitting the like button and subscribing. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, I have already done water and fire. After I'm finished shuffling, I will go on to air and then earth. I gotta close that. There we go. And yes, I am early. Sorry. I don't necessarily, I like setting it for a time just so people are aware that I'm doing it, but I'm kind of loosey-goosey on the time because I feel when I get the energy to do it or when I feel compelled to start is when I start. Sometimes it's later than I've posted. Sometimes it's earlier. It all depends. All right, last shuffle. Ugh, that was a tough one. And we are moving into the air signs. Air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What you need to know right now. This may change everything. Air signs. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody you are dealing with. Just so we are all aware, I do not read the comments while I am in the middle of the reading. I wait until after so that I can focus. So while I'm shuffling, I read the comments, just so you know I'm not ignoring you. Or am I? No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, gosh. We'll leave that there. There might be. We'll see. We might pull them. Air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Overall energy. Number 33, door to romance. Somebody else in the comments had said they liked 33. It's their favorite number. And I was born on 3-3. So I agree. I concur. Door to romance. And it's pertaining to imprisonment. Number 29 in the reverse. If you're going to get imprisonment, in the reverse is a good place to start. I feel like you're opening up your heart space. There could be a heart healing even that has taken place. With the imprisonment in the reverse, it feels like you finally opened up this self-imposing prison. It could have been the way that you were, well, of course it's the way you're thinking because it's a self-imposed prison. Thoughts lead to emotions, but it feels like this is about you finally unblocking yourself, something pertaining to your heart, which in essence is pertaining to, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. This is pertaining to romance, yes, but I feel like it's your heart energy in general. There's something that you're unlocking. We have the 4 of Cups. So this could have been caused possibly by rejection and or just not feeling very satisfied when it came to emotional opportunities. With the 8 of Coins, you've been putting in some work, energy, and effort towards the King of Cups. Now, this is specifically Pisces, so you could have been putting forth work, energy, and effort pertaining to a Pisces, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It could have just been the energy. It could have been your embodiment of your higher spiritual side as well as your emotional aspects. The King of Cups is somebody who's highly intuitive, psychic. It's kind, caring, and compassionate. When we shift those energies within ourselves, it's going to open the door to romance. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 48, Angel of Balance, pertaining to number 20, House. So the Angel of Balance feels like you are coming into balance. Now, if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I see the house as specifically the mind. So there's something in the mind that is coming into balance. However, as within, so without. So you could even be balancing out your home life, your home energy. I heard feng shui. Maybe you're, looking into that and doing things different in your home. But really the balance comes from within and then starts reflecting externally. We have a Knight of Swords. Well, that's your energy, but it's also clarity, truth, Well, I heard clear sight and clear knowing. With the Ten of Swords, nice. Love to get the Ten of Swords because this is the ending of overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, an old way of thinking and believing that wasn't serving you. It's been stabbing you literally in the back the whole time, and it's over. With the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, this is about a time of fertility, turning your dreams into tangible reality. It's also abundance, prosperity, and rebirth. I like the rebirth. It's like the, I almost said the Scorpio rising. It's the Phoenix rising, which again, I'm being drawn back to on the 12th. We had a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is like the deep, dark depths of self. And so things got to be cleared out, which again, could be that final click or trigger that shifted your energy. What is this Four of Cups with the air signs? Okay. I feel like I just got this song the other day, but I don't know who it was for or what sign it was for, but it's, are you not going to let me know the name? For Frank Sinatra. I think it's Frank Sinatra. L is for the way you look at me. Okay. Anyways, Four of Cups is being clarified by the Seven of Wands. So that the reason that you were closed off to romance and or seemingly had issues with romance or your heart was blocked, this is all about being kind of, well, I heard an a-hole, but kind of standoffish. It's being very confrontational, and it's like in essence, it's protecting yourself from energies. But when we're talking about the possibility of being rejected at some point, which is maybe what triggered this, and or just being so unsatisfied emotionally with self that you couldn't necessarily be satisfied with other emotional people. This is the energy of really just being very standoffish and like almost aggressively so, if that makes sense. With the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that's a brand new tangible beginning, a brand new offering. With the Sun, Leo energy, the happiest card in the deck. Not only is this the happiest card, but it is joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, and creativity. It feels like you were closed off to a lot of this, closed off to new opportunities, closed off to windfalls, closed off to a lot of things because maybe more so focused on what wasn't going right emotionally in your life. And we attach emotions to everything. What is this Eight of Coins? Again, it's about putting forth the work, energy, and effort. Love it so far. Ooh, that was a lot. Putting forward the work, energy, and effort towards the moon, Pisces energy. You're literally going within. Like I said, with that Scorpio full moon, for some of you, it's like a spiritual awakening, but it's going within to the deep, dark depths of self to unravel what is blocking you, the fears, and also tuning more into your higher self, your intuition. The Six of Wands is recognition, and I feel like it's allowing you to recognize the Four of Cups, your emotional temperature, if you will, where you're at emotionally, the fact that maybe you focus more on the negative as opposed to opportunities and the goodness. It also could pertain to collaborations, work, things of that nature. It also could be, what is that? Okay, I'm going to have to pull them all. It also could pertain to your cutting off your creative cycle as well. So that creative, right? And then we have that King of Cups, which again, you could be dealing with a Pisces, a water sign, but I feel like this is your emotions. I feel like your emotions and your connection to spirit. Lots of conflict, fighting, arguing, whether it's internally and or externally, shit talking, excuse my language, but like whether it's internal about yourself or others or externally. The Devil, Capricorn energy, shadow energy, no shade. We all have shadow energy. But I feel like that's what you're being shown. You're recognizing, you're finally seeing things clearly. Who or what is this King of Cups? Oh, maybe it is more than that. Interesting. King of Cups is being clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Lovers, Gemini energy. So the King of Cups, I still feel like this is talking about your embodying this energy, but it also could pertain to a person, because here we've got fear, stress, anxiety, overthinking, sleepless nights, nightmares pertaining to romance, some kind of, for some of you, it's an actual, I was going to say togetherness, an actual dating person you're dating currently. For others, it could have been in the past. And for some of you, it's just talking about needing to heal your relationship, emotional status, or how you do love, how you do emotions. With the Lovers card, this person definitely is a soulmate of some sort. So soulmate connection doesn't have to be love. It can be. We have soulmates. Our family members can be soulmates. Friends can be soulmates. They're people that guide us along our path or walk our path with us. With the Emperor energy, I feel like this is possibly some kind of a boss. Could be a boss at work. It could also be talking about you needing to take a leadership role in your own life, because we do have a Queen of Swords, which is you embodying your own personal energy with the Ace of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, this is a new way of thinking. That comes after the Ten of Swords that we're going to clarify in the underlying, but it's clarity, truth, a new way of thinking and believing. It feels like maybe you're bossing up. You're finally leveling up. Let's get to the underlying. Again, we have balance coming with the mind. Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is being clarified by the Eight of Wands. Fast-moving communication. In the underlying, it feels more like clarity, epiphanies. With this Strength card, Leo, in the reverse, I feel like you're realizing that you've been out of your own power. With the Chariot, Cancer energy, it's allowing for victory, success, and forward momentum. Why, you ask? Because being awareness is half of the journey. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is, again, dropping all of that negative self-talk and things of that nature. Nice. I heard it's a process. So the Ten of Swords is being clarified by the Four of Swords. That's rest, rejuvenation, healing, meditation, receiving guidance and downloads. With the Nine of Pentacles, that is wish fulfillment, but it's also interesting, because that's not what I would have said, but reaping the rewards of your hard work and energy. Normally it's being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but I'm going with what I'm being told. The High Priestess, Pisces energy, following your intuition. With the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom, it is slow and steady wins the race. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And it's literally going at your own pace. There's no rush to get it done. But inevitably, we're transmuting. We're shifting from one energy to another. You're shifting your programming, if you will. Scorpio energy on that. What's the Empress? Nice. Rebirth. Empress energy. Page of Pentacles. New opportunities coming in. Knight of Cups. For some of you, there's a romance a-brewing. With the Two of Cups. It could be a current situation that's being healed. But it also talks about following your heart. I feel like, again, you have opened this door to romance. Possibly with a water sign who is a soulmate connection. And there's a need to get out of that fear, stress, and anxiety, because you don't live there anymore. Look fear in the face and kick it in the crotch. Done. Air signs, number 28, 9 months from now. So for some of you, it may seem like a long time, but time is just an illusion. and it just gives more opportunity to continue moving through whatever it is that you're working on in your own life. But it could be starting now, and or you're meeting this person 9 months from now. Could meet them, you know, today at work, and all of a sudden 9 months from now you're in a relationship. So no need to rush it, but know that that is what is coming, and that feels pretty life-changing to me. All right, I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and we will move into earth signs. Do a little shuffle, shuffle. Thank you, Stacy. Right? I agree. I agree, Sean. I was going to say Carmack, but I'm just going to call Sean. Hello, Asha. Yeah, it is already halfway through the week, huh? Although I don't really count that because technically there's a weekend involved, and so maybe halfway through the work week, but yeah, time flies. It surely does. Thank you again for the super. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you all for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing. Sharing is caring. If you know anybody who could benefit from my awesomeness. I'm just kidding. So, Asha, I do super chat questions. It's a $5 minimum. One question per super chat. I will answer it after I'm done with the earth signs. However, I also give personal readings. You can find the information in the description box on how to contact me for that. As far as I feel like every day for me is a vacation. I feel like was the end of what I was saying to Asha. And then, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. See? That's why I wait to read the chat till I'm not actually doing reading, because I will get sidetracked. Sidetracked. All right. Oh, and I will be leaving timestamps after the live is done, so that you guys don't have to fish around for where things are. Okay. Earth signs. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for people, for someone that you're dealing with, for people you're dealing with, whatever. I will also say, don't forget to join me Friday when I do each individual sign every Friday. It is set for noon, but knowing me, who knows? It'll be noon, 11:30, 1. Most likely it'll be noon. I don't think I very rarely switch that one up. Holy bananas. Earth signs. You got some goodness here, earth signs. Wow. Best reading though, it's sus so far. We still get to clarify, so I don't know yet. Earth signs, overall energy is number 51, healer of the ages. Either you're embodying this energy or this is somebody that is coming in for you. It's pertaining to number 36, distant horizon. You could be becoming a healer of the ages in the distant horizon. Now, it also could be that somebody's coming in for you. So we will find out here in a moment. We have the Justice card, Libra energy. This is all about balance, balanced life, right? Balanced energy, beautiful. with the Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins is about reflecting on the seeds that you have planted. Seeds are energetic. We plant them on a consistent basis. It's karma. It's your law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. These are seeds you've planted. And with the seeds that you planted, they're starting to come to bloom. Into what, you ask? The Nine of Coins. How could it not? Wish fulfillment, being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, windfalls, abundance, like crazy beautiful. You're coming into balance. Underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 12, the templed path. Well, maybe your templed path is to be a healer. It's pertaining to number 20, house. And if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I consider the house to be the mind. So going into the templed path, again, it's as within, so without. And when I think of the mind in this instance, it feels as though we're talking about leveling up, ascension, if you will. I also feel like for some of you, this is pertaining to there's going to possibly be a home or a location of a home, the piece of the home that is on your templed path, something that maybe you've been seeking or looking for. We have the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, clarity, truth, insight, vision, cutting through the veil, a new way of thinking and believing. With the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment again. Not only wish fulfillment, but emotional sovereignty, which is freaking huge. And then we have the Two of Cups. So that is romance. And then I'm not going to clarify these two, but I will pull them to let you know that we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, followed by the Sun card, Leo energy. And when it comes to the Hermit, I feel like we're talking about a spiritual awakening. The Hermit is all about somebody who really, as it says, hermit. So they cut themselves off from people, places, and situations as much as possible in order to go within, figure out what they're truly passionate about, what their north node is, their destiny, their fate, but also their wish fulfillment, and to really stick to that higher guidance, to really figure out who they, like on a spiritual level, who they are. With the Sun card, it brings not only illumination, but it brings joy, happiness, peace, abundance, prosperity, creativity, the happiness. So let's get to clarifying. Leanne, it's so good to see you. Where have you been? Oh, Leanne. Sorry, I don't read the chat. I just saw her. I just saw her out of the corner of my little eye. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Leanne. Okay. Justice card, balance. Why are we bringing balance in? Because we have the Hierophant in the reverse, Taurus energy, lack of commitment. The Nine of Wands, that is chironic wounding. And so not only do I feel like there was a lack of commitment to really growth and ascension, spiritually and otherwise, but I feel like there could have been like a chip on your shoulder kind of energy of, you know, woe is me, the world's out to get me, and or like the victim victor energy is what this feels like. Interestingly enough, though, is enough of this is what turns people into the healer, because they've got all the experience and the tools for how they shift it. You can't be a healer, though, until you shift, right? Because you kind of have to have walked in those shoes in order to be able to relate and understand and things of that nature. With the Page of Cups, I feel like when it came to your commitment to spirit, higher self, your own self, to ascension, growth, and even to love and romance, you were out of balance. But I feel like that's all shifting and changing. I feel like you've broken your heart enough. I miss you too. What is the Seven of Coins? Seven of Coins, the seeds you have planted, earth signs. Oh my God, it must be that Leanne's here, but I'm getting the Smurf song. Na, 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 na. Isn't that it? I think it is. Okay, 7 of Coins is being clarified by the Emperor, Aries energy, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 7 of Wands. So, the seeds you've planted, for some of you, it is that you are going to be leveling up, becoming a boss, definitely taking leadership role in your own life. However, I will say that this could also pertain to a boss that maybe you're going to be romantically involved with. But either way, I feel like you've also planted seeds of romance. With the Ace of Pentacle, it's new opportunities, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in the 3D, like finances, home, car, things in the 3D, tangible, windfalls of sorts. With the 7 of Wands, I still feel like there could be a little bit of kind of standoffish or feeling a need to protect yourself or your energy. But you don't need protection unless you believe you need protection. At the end of the day, you create your own realities. So what it is that you believe, you create. So if you believe you need protection or to like ward people off, you're going to be doing it forever because you're creating more of it by being in that energy, by having that belief. So just a smidgy of information there. That might be an energy you want to kind of get rid of, right? Okay, what's the 9 of Coins? Okay, 9 of Coins is being clarified by the Queen of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. Wish fulfillment and financial awesomeness. Queen of Swords, Libra energy specifically. You could be dealing with a Libra, have that in your chart, but it is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. If this isn't somebody you're dealing with, this is definitely an energy of being able to bring balance. Libra is balance. It's also, and it's owning that power. It's also being able to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve you. Although, side note, technically you called them in. So there's a need to shift your energy, because if you cut out people and you don't shift your energy, you'll just call in more people just like them. But I feel as though you're shifting your energy because you're bringing balance in. With the 2 of Wands, this is you. To me, it's the minor arcana of the World card. It's turning your back on the old and moving forward towards future with faith. With what? The 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is, you could be building a business, but it feels very creative, something that you enjoy doing, getting your creative juices flowing. It also could be collaborating with others in a business sense. If it's not even a business, for some of you, I'm getting some kind of volunteer work and or I don't know, something of America. I don't know what that is. I don't know, any kind of like working maybe to feed homeless or donations or there's something pertaining to volunteering or something of that nature for some of you. All right, underlying energy, Ace of Swords. Whoa. Wooza. Nice. Okay. Clarity, truth, new way of thinking and believing coming in. After what? The Devil, Capricorn energy. Honestly, I feel as though there was a time that, because I'm going to show you the Devil, we've got the 2 of Swords in the reverse and the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like the truth and clarity is coming in because for a time you could have been stuck between making a decision or understanding which direction to go in. The ego, Devil, shadow energy, or this feels more charitable, windfall, balance. Now, with this in the reverse, it tells me that you're no longer in that energy of being unwilling or unable to make a decision. You've made the choice. You've got the clarity and the truth, the understanding. With the Hermit card, I definitely feel like you could be going through some form of a spiritual awakening, going within, following the intuition, your higher guidance. What is the Nine of Cups? Something about don't take things so personal, which I guess Nine of Cups is emotional sovereignty, so that makes sense. What in the world is this about? Nine of Cups. Queen of Swords. Libra energy. Dealing with a Libra. Queen of Pentacles. Earth energy. That's you. Also, specifically, it's Capricorn. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Specifically Cancer, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So this is emotional sovereignty. It's also wish fulfillment. Now, male, female, not gender specific. You could be dealing with more than one person. It could just be you embodying all three energies, being very grounded, stable, being very clear, focused, and with the Queen of Cups, highly intuitive, psychic, kind, caring, compassionate. So, interesting. I say interesting because there's at least one other person here. The Lovers. There's a soulmate connection. Now, soulmates don't have to be romantic. They can be friends, family members, coworkers. It can be anything. Okay. So again, this is wish fulfillment and emotional sovereignty that we're clarifying. We've got three people here. One is you. So there's two other people, possibly, and or you embodying the energies. There's definitely at least one because we have a soulmate. They both could be soulmates. The World card. There's an ending of an old cycle. It's a time to celebrate. And the beginning of a new. It could be an ending of a cycle with a soulmate. Soulmates don't always walk our path with us for our lifetime. With the Ace of Swords, that's your truth, clarity, and new way of thinking and believing coming in. There's a major shift and change, death card, transmutation, Scorpio energy, when it comes to your truth, your clarity, and even psychic abilities, downloads, intuition, things of that nature. Major shift and change taking place. I'm going to say that one of these people is romantic in nature. And the reason being is because the next card, which I forgot about, is the Two of Cups. Could be the ending of one, the beginning of another. One more card, please. So the Two of Cups is being clarified by the Page of Swords. There's communication coming in from a love interest and or a romantic partner that at some point might have gone away for a little bit. We do have the Hermit in the reverse. The Hermit in the upright tells me that this person might have disappeared for some time to do some thinking, some clarity, some spiritual work, some whatever. It's in the reverse. This person is coming back around. They're no longer hibernating or hiding out. And with the Page of Swords, they may have been watching you from a distance, but I definitely feel as though this person is coming back around, and communication is inevitable. With the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's mutual, but they definitely are willing and able to put forth work, energy, and effort. This could have been somebody that you were stressing over. Just saying. All right, air sign or earth signs, whoever I'm doing. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Number 55, time is frozen. And 55 I love because it's the numerology, it's change. And change is the only constant. And so if you're not necessarily happy with where you're at, know that things will change eventually. And if you are happy, know that things will change eventually. Your vibration is what determines what it's going to change into. So if you're happy, keep that energy going and that happiness will change into different happiness. But if you're feeling, it will change soon enough when we shift that vibration into something higher. I heard something about snowflakes. I don't know. Maybe somebody calls you a snowflake. I don't know. Anyways, let me read the chat and see where everybody's at here. after I pick up the cards. Okay, now I'm hearing moving on up to the east side. Dun, 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 dun. Some of you could be moving on up. All righty. Nobody kayaks. I do super chats. If I don't have a super chat within the next few seconds, though, I'm gonna end the live. It's a $5 minimum per question, and or you can request a full reading. You can. Un momento, Sean. You can request a personal reading, email me and or Facebook message me. That information's in the description box. All right, Sean, let me do a little shuffle. Actually, I'm going to pull some different cards. These ones. Moving on up to, now that song's stuck in my head. All right. You have the Four of Earth, the Moon. Oh, I should actually write down 6627. I'm sorry. Timestamp your personal reading or your personal question. For birth, you've been holding on to number 18, the Moon, some kind of a secret and or fear. This could be you or the person you're dealing with, but it feels like there's been holding on to some kind of fear and or secret. And it's pertaining to the 10 of Earth, which is interesting because the 10 of Earth is stability, security, but it's also something long-term. So it could be, I mean, upwards of 10 years. There's something that's been being held on to pertaining to fear and or secrets with something that is considered very grounded and stable. But 10s are also the completion of a cycle. So it's entirely possible that a cycle had come and gone. I know you were maybe looking for a yes or no, but I mean, what fun is that? Like, I should just pull cards. Because I'll tell you right now the answer is yes, but let's read the cards anyway. There might have been a lack of connection along with the Seven of Swords, some kind of deceit or deception pertaining to a Queen of Cups, which is interesting because we have a water sign. So I don't know if who you're dealing with is water in their chart and or there's a water sign involved. Specifically, this one's Cancer, this one's Pisces, but it could just be the energy, the emotion, which is emotion, love. So it feels like there's what's been being held on to is a lack of a connection pertaining to some kind of lies, deception in love. It was triggering. I can tell you that. What's the Moon? There's been work, energy, and effort put into the self, into somebody's stability, security, definitely the self. And also with the rebirth, I feel like that's talking also about, for some people, there could be children involved. And or it's also just talking about a shift or change, a desire to rebuild. There was a major ending that took place. I heard the cutoff queen, so I don't know if there's something that's been cut off. Okay. 10 of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Judgment card. with the Knight of Pentacles, that's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So this has been something that I feel like there's a new beginning taking place with the Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, along with the Judgment card, surrendering and moving in a new direction from where you've been. The Knight of Pentacles, this has been a slow kind of movement or opportunity and or offering, if you will. It's happening now. Tells me, yes, you should. I also feel like this is a chance for a rebirth, a new beginning. There's been enough work, energy, and effort put in. I don't know on both parts, at least, well, I know for sure on yours because, hello, I am a spiritual coach. But I also feel like there's something that's shifted. And I don't know if this person has put forth work, if there was something about lying in a romance or pertaining to love, or there were lies or deception. And I clearly don't think you're in a relationship with this person, but there was something, and I feel like there's been work, energy, and effort put in. But I also feel like work, energy, and effort on your side is going to shift the dynamics tremendously. So the answer is yes. On top of the fact that you should also say hello for me, because, and that I say happy birthday as well. I feel like you got your money's worth. Sixth house Virgo, destroyers, Nork, spiritual blackmail. Okay. I think that's it. I don't see any other. Oh yeah, I should do this. Like, appreciate ye. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate the likes. I mean, sharing, yeah, if you know somebody and you're like, you gotta see this, like, I get that. Normally the sharing though, it's like, it's kind of a, tarot happens to be somewhat personal or personable, unless you truly are like, oh no, me and my family member, or me and my friend or somebody, you know, watch it together. Sharing, like, yeah, okay, whatever. But I truly appreciate the likes. It does help my channel grow. I appreciate the comments, although interestingly enough, when I get done with my live, all the comments are gone and start over from the not live part, which is silly, because I do it from my phone and not my laptop. That's what changes everything. Also, subscribers, I appreciate you. I truly appreciate my gratitude and extended group members. You guys are awesome sauce. Thank you for the super chats. Hello, everybody. I am taking super chat questions for like only a few more seconds. $5 minimum per question. Few seconds as in, as soon as I'm done shuffling. I'm not gonna, but I am here Friday, every Friday at noon. And on Fridays, I do individual signs. It's not the elements, but I don't do clarifications. So also the mid-months just went out. It would behoove you to check those out to see what's going on for you in the mid-months. Monthlies come out about a week roughly before the month begins. Can you donate a super chat for someone? Yeah, I think there's a donate. I thought there was a, I don't know, because I'm not on your end, so I don't get to see what you see. That's why when I found out iPhones weren't working, I was like, to do the join button, it was ridiculous for me. Yeah, like when I found out that iPhones don't have the join button, which you'd think this day and age there shouldn't be issues. But yeah, I don't see anything that you guys see. Hi, Gigi's family. All right, get a few more seconds. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Time has expired. No more super chats. I am done. I am moving on. I will be back on Friday with individual signs. I truly appreciate you all. You guys are rock stars. I am going to go ahead and leave all the timestamps in the description or in the comment section once I am off of the live. Don't forget, you can check out your mid-month. Each sign is available. If you want the extended group is only $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. I also have the gratitude group, which gives you a bunch of spiritual videos as well, law of attraction, things of that nature. That's $5.99 a month. But with the gratitude group, you get full access to the extended group. And the extended group, it's got all signs, not just the one that you sign up for. It's every sign, all extendeds. Cancel at any time. Also, personal readings are available currently. You can email me and or Facebook message me. It's in the description box below, as well as I am a spiritual coach. I offer the 13 Steps to Transformation. It's a 13-week course. I also offer Manifest Your Miracles, another course. And I just do one-on-one, whatever you need, spiritual, I don't know if I'd even call it advice, more like mentoring and things of that nature, but coaching, if you will. Information all in the description box. Thank you guys. You are rock stars. I will see you all on Friday. See you later.